Welcome everybody here to Tri-West High School and to the great Bruin Gymnasium for some Thursday night basketball tonight between the Tri-West Bruins and your Bishop Chatard Trojans. I'm joined tonight, obviously Lane Gibbs here, joined by Bishop Bruins. How we feeling tonight?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good on Thursday night.
Yeah, definitely. So Bruins go up against the Trojans here, and these teams looking very similar. Both kind of got some tough schedules, and the records they don't really show what these teams are going to be able to.
Yeah, right now they're coming in at 4-12, 0-4 in their conference. But in talking to Coach Strine pregame, he's like, "Don't let that record deceive you. This is a much better team than a 4-12 record. They play a really tough schedule. They've got a lot of size, speed. They're physical. They have taken a lot of teams down to the wire and lost some close games. So, as Coach was saying, it's going to take a full team total effort to get the win tonight. They are led when you take a look at their roster." By Ari Sam coming in at 14.3 points per game. They've got a 6'10 junior, Zach McCormick, that looks like he's going to be out tonight. He's currently in street clothes. That's probably going to hurt them in terms of depth. They're going to need some other guys to step up. Coach, again, Strine said that primarily they'll play a 2-3 zone on defense, and they'll run a lot of 4 out, 1 in, or 3 out, 2 in, kind of moving the ball back and forth and then trying to get it down to the low post. So it's going to be a really good challenge for us tonight.
Definitely well said there on Mr. Spears. And on the other side of the ball, the Tri-West side of the ball, some stats for here. Ryan Miller still leading the Bruins in points per game at 13.4 with Paris at 10.6 and Thomas right behind him at 10.5. Field goal percentage goes to Lane Barnard at 75% for the floor with Thomas shooting 50%. And Jackson Paris leading rebounds per game with 4.3, followed by Anderson and Lane Barnard at 4.1 and 3.3 respectively. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back with some more game insights and some picks for tonight's game.
Justin Spears with Tri-West Sports Network here with Coach Tommy Strine as we get our pregame for tonight against Bishop Chatard. Coach, first, great weekend for you guys. Probably felt good to play some good basketball, right?
Yeah, we're starting to. I told our guys this is the time that you start to try to get better, get ready for the tournament, and the two things that stuck out to me was 23 assists and 28 assists in those 2 games. If you get to those numbers. It's you're gonna have good nights. I talked to one of my buddies that coaches at the University of Richmond, and they try to get to 21 a night in college. So we exceeded that. So you're gonna have a lot of success if you do it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we talked about that pregame earlier this year. You wanted to see that, so I'm sure you probably feel good to see those guys sharing the ball. And it's always nice to see the number of people in the box score double digits, sharing the love. That's awesome. We love seeing that. All right, so we turn our attention to Bishop Chatard tonight. Obviously, they look like record-wise they're struggling, but as we were talking off air, a lot of, size, speed, physicality. So what do you expect out of tonight's matchup?
It's not a 4-win team over there. They're a lot better than that. They're a lot better than that. They had University down, I think it was 17 in the second half. They played everybody really tight. I mean, the Garing game, it was a single-digit game in the fourth quarter before a fight broke out. So, it was they're a really good team. They got some guys that can hurt you. The Sam kid's really good. He can really do some things. They got a couple guys that can do some things, too. So we're in for a handful. It's really going to be. I told our guys it's a classic trap game.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So in order for you guys to walk away with the win tonight, what needs to happen?
Sorry for my assistant college.
Hey, it happens.
He's got to board for it. Tonight we got to continue to execute. We executed really well on Friday and Saturday. Execute that way. Continue our defensive intensity. I think our ball pressure is starting to pick up more and more as the season's gone on. I hope that's not a product of the level of competition. I hope that's just in front of us getting better.
Right.
If we do those 2 things and then we share the basketball, I think we're going to be all right. So you got to be physical against this team too. They're going to rebound aggressively, so we got to be able to do all that. So.
Right. Absolutely. All right. Well, best of luck tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome you back here to the Bruin Gymnasium for tonight's game between the Bishop Chatard Trojans and your Tri-West Bruins. Well, we talked about the Trojans for the break here, Mr. Spears. Let's go back to the Tri-West Bruins side of the ball. Tell us about the last game here for the Bruins.
Yeah, so, we traveled to Danville, took on a couple of old Sagamore Conference rivals in Danville and Webo. I was kind of hoping that we would go in and be able to put a whooping on Danville just for obvious reasons, and we did. That was nice to see us take care of business. And then, really, Webo always play hard. That's one of those teams that a lot of football players, right? So they're usually tough and physical. So a good challenge for us to handle the physicality of that game. The box score was really well balanced in that game as well. I think we had 4 or 5 in double figures. So, again, talking to Coach Stein, as you just heard on the pregame comments, he's really super happy at the way we're pitching the ball right now. When we're able to do that, we're hard to defend. You can't just single out 1 or 2 guys. You got to defend all 5 at any given time on the floor, which makes us really unique. And so hopefully we can see that shine tonight.
Definitely well said there. And before that break, or before the Danville-Webo games, we saw Eric Dean. He had been out for a little bit, maybe a bit of limited minutes there between Guerin Catholic and I can't remember really the other game that was there that weekend, but still he was
Pendleton Heights.
Oh yes, that's right, Pendleton Heights. Yes, his minutes are still a bit limited there. But, I mean, he's gone back against Danville-Webo, and he's looking really good out here and shoot around warm-ups. Probably see a bit more minutes out of him, you think, tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Coach is going to kind of play the guys that are going to show him that they're ready to come out and play, right? There's no opportunity for you to go out there and just lollygag because there's a lot of people over there on that bench that are hungry for minutes. So all the playing time is earned on the practice and on the game floor. So I think whoever we've got out there tonight is going to come hungry and ready to play.
One more thing here before we go to another break. Jackson Paris, we saw him have a pretty big game against Danville. Could we see another game out of him tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. It was great to see him break out. He's a good matchup in this kind of a game here because he's got some size to him, right? I mean, obviously a guy like DT can break you down off the dribble, but if you need a guard to go into the paint or possibly even post up a little bit, right, play back to the basket, he's a guy that can do that. He can hit the inside shot, outside shot, take you off the dribble. So you're definitely going to need to see some big minutes from him tonight.
All right, we'll take another quick break here. We have about 2 minutes till tip-off, and when we come back, we'll have pregame ceremonies.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will everyone please stand and remove your hats as we honor this great nation with the playing of our national anthem. Good evening and welcome to Tri-West High School to the Great Brook Gymnasium for tonight's varsity matchup between the visiting Bishop Chatard Trojans and your Tri-West Bruins. First, let's the visiting starter from Bishop Chatard. Number 1, Julio Graves. Number 2, Mikey Lake. Number 10, Ari San. 13, Alex Lake. And 31, Aiden Rashid. The Trojans are coached by Matt Foley. And now, Tri-West fans, get on your feet. This weekend, your Bruins starting lineup. At one point, a sophomore wearing number 20, Daniel Thomas. And goal, wearing number 12, a sophomore, Eric. Junior guard, wearing number 10, Jackson Harris. The big man in the middle, wearing number 17, Parker Anderson. And wearing number 4, a junior, Ryan Miller. Opposed to the second year by head coach Thompson.
Well, everyone, as the lights come back on here at the Bruins Gymnasium, we're ready for some Thursday night basketball here tonight. In case you couldn't hear through the PA mic, your starters go as this for the Trojans. Number 1, Julio Graves. Number 2, Mikey Lake. Number 10, Ari Sam. Number 13, Alex Lake. And number 31, Aiden Rashid Faroki. And for your Bruins, their starters go like this. Number 4, Ryan Miller. Number 10, Jackson Paris. Number 12, Eric Dean. Number 13, Parker Anderson. And number 20, DT Daniel Thomas.
All right, the whistle and the tip.
Tip is up. It's going to fall to the Bishop Chatard Trojans, and we're underway here between the Trojans and the Bruins. Starting with the ball here, as we said, the Trojans, number 2, Mikey Lake, swings to number 31. That's Aiden Rashid Faroki. He's looking low, swings it back out to number 13, Alex Lake. Lake goes up for a layup, misses inside. Come down Rashid Faroki. He puts it back up. There's 2 to start off the game for the Trojans.
Yeah, you can already see the height there for Chatard kind of causing a little bit of trouble. Got to make sure we are on our P's and Q's for blocking out.
Thomas gets it to Anderson, wide on the right wing. Miller feeds inside to Paris.
Nice.
Nice baseline feed to Anderson. He ties it back up at 2.
Yeah, really great ball movement there by the Bruins to get that inside.
Number 2, Mikey Lake brings it up for the Trojans. Swing to Graves. Graves dribbling back to his left. Up top to number 10, or Ari Sam, excuse me. Cross court to Julio Graves as Graves now has it. Swings back to Rashid Faroki. Rashid Faroki driving to his left, trying to look, picks up his dribble now. Swing to Graves. Graves tries to get the pass, bobbles out of his hand. It's going to fall in front of the Bruins bench. Bruin basketball.
Yeah, one of the things we commented on in the Danville game that we called the other night was the ability for us to play with an intensity on defense without fouling. So it'll be really good to see us do that here at the start of this game.
Miller tries to feed it inside, but can't get it. Tipped away by number 2, Mikey Lake. Trojans bring it down. Julio Graves pulls it back out up top. Can't get the drive to go.
Nice job getting back there by Tri-West on defense.
Paris now heads up guarding Ari Sam, number 10. Sam dribbles to his right through the lane, up over Anderson, off the glass. Nothing's there. Paris with a rebound. Paris, quick swing to Miller, back to Paris. Paris a 3. Fouled, though, on the shot. He might be going to the line for 3.
Yeah, he got him on the elbow on the shot there, so he's going to be putting up 3 free throws right here.
Great start here for the Bruins. Chance to push this to 3 points, as Paris will be taking his first free throws of the night.
To the line to shoot 3 for the Bruins. Number 10, Jackson Harris.
Paris makes the first of 3. 6:15 left to play in this first quarter still. Bruins up 3-2 as Paris still has 2 more free throws as he's fouled on the 3. Paris drills the second, looking for one more now. Shot is up, and it will go. Paris goes 3 for 3 at the line, extending the lead 5-2. Bruins up in a 2-2-1 press as Rashid Faroki swinging it up the floor. Dribbling it back across is Sam. Quick swing to Graves. Graves drives baseline up on Anderson. Gets the layup to go around the world, and it'll drop through. Leads back down to 1 for the Bruins.
A good baseline move there by the Trojans to get that.
Thomas on the right side, dribbling, swing to Paris. Quick swing back to Dean. Dean a pull-up three. It's
Bingo.
good. Give him 3. He's hot early. Mikey Lake brings it up for the Bishop Chatard Trojans, guarded by Ryan Miller. He's looking, swings to Graves on the right wing. Graves looking, gets it to Sam. Sam swing to Rashid Faroki. Behind the back, trying to dribble in the lane, jump stop, swing back to Sam up top. Sam guarded by Thomas, nice heads-up defense.
Yeah, great job sitting down, playing chest up, butt down.
Mikey Lake almost trapped up top. Quick swing to Rashid Faroki. Spins in the lane, blocked by Anderson. Clean block there. It's gonna stay with the Bishop Chatard Trojans, but what a block there from Anderson.
Yeah, he's wanting the foul, but honestly, I thought that hit off his back, but maybe it was already out of bounds before it touched him.
So number 2, Mikey Lake, going to take it out of bounds for the Trojans. Going to try and inbound it here. He's looking up top. Feeds inside to Rashid Faroki. Dribbling inside, go to by Paris. Quick swing back to Lake as Lake pulls it back out. Lake now on the left wing. Dribbles back to his right. Swing to Sam. Sam trying to drive inside. Spins. Swing to Graves. Graves, triple threat. He's looking now. Dribbles to his left. Swing to Lake. Lake looking now. Gets a screen for number 13, Alex Lake. Mikey Lake now trying to drive. Mikey, swing to Sam. Sam, a deep 3. Just long. Paris comes down with another rebound. Paris now on the fast break. Dribbling up the floor. 2-on-1. Swing to Dean. Dean, 2 for 2. Oh, just off the front of the rim. Number 10, Alex Sam driving 2-on-1. Spins in the lane. Fade away. No foul called there on Anderson. Paris with the rebound.
Yeah, nice job of having him, forcing the fade away on that and not go straight up.
Thomas slowing up the play a little bit. And as you said in the pregame show, Bishop Chatard showing a 2-3 zone here. Thomas, swing to Dean up top. Quick swing to Miller now. Miller back to Paris. Paris to Thomas up top. Thomas, screen from Anderson. Swing to Miller in the corner. Miller, a 3 just off the front of the rim again. Sam with the rebound, dribbling it up the floor. Sam, swing to Graves, loses it. Thomas picks it up. Thomas, 2-on-1. He's up the floor. Almost stolen by Sam, but Thomas gets it back. Thomas driving in the lane. Swing to Paris. Paris, pump fakes. Drives baseline. Quick swing out to Anderson. Swing to Miller. Another quick pass to Paris. Paris in the corner. This time out the front of the rim. Anderson offensive board. Tries to go for the reverse layup, but he is fouled. Anderson's heading to the line.
Yeah, so a couple things, a lot of action here right out of the gate as we're midway through the first quarter, but a couple key things here. Number 1, on defense, we're doing a great job of walling them off. It looks like they want to try to take us off the dribble a lot, and it looks like we're doing a good job of playing defense, moving our feet, keeping our hands off. On the offensive end, outside shots not really falling quite yet, so we're going to have to do what we just did there, work the ball inside, maybe play a little inside-out action there, and not rely so much on standstill jump shots.
So entering the game for the first time tonight for the Bruins, number 11, Parker Gibson. As Anderson makes his misses both free throws. Score will stay at 4, 8-4. 3:30 left here in this first quarter as Lake brings it up. Swing to Rashid Faroki. Rashid Faroki dribbling to his right now. Looking. Picks up his dribble, guarded by Paris. Quick swing to Alex Lake. Lake drills the 2 from the free throw line. Lead is now down to 2.
Nice touch by the big man there.
Gibson has it. Handoff to Miller. Miller now. Handoff back to Thomas. Running around up top here. Gibson driving to his right. Trying to look here. Picks up his own. Nice find to Anderson. Anderson, nice lay there as he cuts through the lane. There's 2 more for the big man.
Yeah, and that looks like it's going to be there a lot tonight, the way that they extend their 2-3 zone out. So nice find in the paint there.
Number 2, Mikey Lake. Quick swing to Alex Lake. Lake drives, guarded by Anderson, but a bit of a late foul called there on Parker Anderson. So Alex Lake will be heading to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, Parker was there. He did a nice job of moving his feet and staying with him. The problem is that action where you come down, right? And the officials see that regardless of whether or not you get them or not. When they see that swiping motion, a lot of time you're going to get that call. So unfortunate there to get that.
So Lake makes the first free throw, now 10 to 7, 2:48 left to play. As into the game for the first time tonight, it's number 21, Lane Barnard. Lake makes both free throws, so now leads back down to 2 for the Bruins, 10 to 8, 2:48 left.
It's like a little 1-2-2 press coming here. This will probably trap either first pass or in the corners. So we're going to have to someone cut the middle, flash, look up the sideline.
Swing to Thomas.
There you go.
Nice find there to Gibson in the middle to break the press. Tried to swing it to Barnard, but he's hit as he passes. Rasheed Firoki now dribbles it down. Pulls it in the corner. Thomas has got him one-on-one. Thomas looking. He picks up his dribble. Swing out to Som. Som now holding it on the left wing. Dribbling back to his right. Swing to Mikey Lake. Lake looking, dribbling to his right. Spins. Now back left in the lane. Almost tipped by Paris. Swing to Som now in the corner. Som rips to his right. Swing back to Rasheed Firoki. Rasheed Firoki dribbling in the lane, 2-on-1. Tries to go up over Paris. Can't get it to go. Barnard with a nice rebound.
Yeah, nice job, Lane. Big, strong rebound there.
Miller driving in the lane, 3-on-1 floater. There's his first 2 of the night. Miller with 2.
Yeah, no one stopped ball. If you can get that deep in the lane, good job of him to recognize that and pull up on that.
12-8 Bruins lead as we cross under the 2-minute mark here left in the first. Som has it up top for the Trojans. Trapped up top here. Swings it to Rasheed Firoki. Inside swing to number 24. That's Abe Borg. He can't get it to go. Lane Barnard with the rebound. Swings to Miller. Miller up the floor to Paris. Paris swing to DT. A wide open DT in the corner. It's
Yes,
good.
sir.
Give him 3. Extends the lead to 7 there for the Bruins. 1:30 left. 15-8 Bruin lead. Mikey Lake 1-on-1 with Miller. Swing to Rasheed Firoki. Rasheed Firoki dribbling to his right. Looking around, finds Lake again. Lake tried to get it, almost lost it, and he stepped out of bounds. There's another unforced turnover for the Bruins.
Yeah, that's about 3 or 4 of those where guys just not concentrating and seeing the ball into their hands, and those are killers.
Due to that, the Bishop Chatard Trojans will take a timeout, and we'll also take a timeout. We'll step away for a quick minute.
All right, as we get ready to come back, just a update from girls swimming sectional. Congratulations to the medley relay team of Frankie Curry, Aubrey Pearson, Finley Stringer, and Ellie Hinchman as they broke the school record. I don't know if that was the 4x100 or which relay that was, but congratulations to the girls on that.
So Parker breaks it. Gibson will bring it up the floor. Feed inside of Dean. Tried to get a baseline pass to Miller there, but didn't get enough power behind it.
Yeah, timing was off just a little bit.
Som brings up the floor. Pull-up jumper from the elbow off the front of the rim. Gibson with the rebound. Gibson bringing up the floor just under a minute. Dean, swing to Gibson. Gibson, pump fake, nice drive, Euro step. Good layup there from the sophomore. Adds 2 more to the lead. 45 seconds now. Bruins up 17-8. Number 12, that's Harrison Odom bringing it up. Swings to Rasheed Firoki. Graves in the corner. Swings back out up top to Som. Som swings it back across. Now Odom in the corner. Odom, Rasheed Firoki trying to kill some time here. 30 seconds left in the first. Graves looking up top. Dribbling to his left. Fakes right. There he goes. Quick switch to Som in the corner. Som a step back 3. It's good. He'll get 3 of his own.
Yeah, Eric's got to stay on his feet right there on that closeout.
11 seconds now as DT crosses the 10-second line, up by 8. Gibson to Thomas. Barnard, a nice screen. Thomas, quick swing to Gibson, but it's tipped out of bounds by Julio Graves, and the clock's going to stop with 3 seconds left out of bounds. 17-11 here left in the first. Going to be one final play for the Bruins here to get some points to bag going into the second quarter.
Chatard bench wanting an offensive foul on that screen there by Lane. He's going to have to be careful that far out.
Miller gets a handoff. As the clock expires, he can't get a shot off, so Miller can't get a shot off, so the Bruins will win that half. Still up by 6, 17-11. We'll take a quick break. Welcome you back here to Tri-West Quarter. After the conclusion of the first quarter, Bruins are up 17-11. Mr. Spears, what are some notes you've taken over the first quarter?
Yeah, I was really surprised by the almost at Beach Grove Bishop Chatard offense. It's so much dribble try. There's not much ball screening. There's not much screening going on in an offensive set. It's just dribble, beat your man, and try to get around them. That's kind of surprising to me. I thought we did a nice job of playing defense that way. Offensively, we just got to be patient against this zone. Pass up a good one to get a great one.
Starters go as this for the second quarter. Gibson to Barnard. Barnard misses the layup, but it's Gibson, Barnard, Paris, Blakely, and Eric Dean now starting for your Bruins, as Sam will have it for the Bishop Chatard Trojans. Their starting lineup looks like this. Number 1, Julio Graves. Number 12, that's Harrison Odom. Number 10, Alex Sam. Number 13, Alex Lake. And number 23, Charlie Staley, as Gibson with the steal. Dean with a 3 off the front of the rim.
Eric's got a follow there. He knows it.
So Sam has it on the left wing. Quick swing to Staley. Staley tried to beat inside Alex Lake. Can't get it there. Tried to get it out of bounds, but I believe he wasn't out, so he tried to throw it back in to Alex Lake, his teammate. It's going to be off of, I believe it was Lane Barnard, so the ball will stay with the Bishop Chatard Trojans.
Got to watch the big man rolling to the basket right here. They got him at the top of this stack.
Inbound will be inbounded to Sam. Sam dribbling back around to his right. Guarded in the middle of the lane. Kick out to Graves. Graves holding it up top, trying to get a screen. He will. Guarded by Barnard. Quick swing inside to Alex Lake. Lake drives up. Can't get the shot to go, but he'll go back to the line for two.
Yeah, Coach is a little frustrated with Lane right there. When we watch these Tri-West team at Danville, they were hedging a lot on ball screens up top. And I don't know if that's something they're still trying to do tonight or not, but when Lane popped out, it left a huge dive for Lake, and it was wide open in the lane, and a couple guys had to try to come over, rotate to help him out. So I don't know. I'm sure that's something we'll see an adjustment to moving forward.
Lake makes both free throws. Going to shorten this lead to 4 for the Bruins. 17-13 with 6:55 left in the second. Gibson brings up the floor. Swing to Blakely. Blakely swing back to Gibson on the left. Nice inside find to Barnard. Nice baseline pass there to Paris, who gets the layup to go.
Yeah, nice job. That baseline cut is there if we get it to the high post or the low block. Usually want to be up a little bit higher on that, and we were that time.
Julio Graves has it. Swing to Sam. Sam, swing to Staley. Staley to, that's number 12, Odom in the corner. Back to Graves up top. Graves looking for a screen on his left. He's got it. Swing back to Lake. Lake, long swing up to Sam. Sam puts up a 3, can't get to go. Blakely with the rebound. Blakely up the floor, hand off to Gibson. Gibson looking, dribbles left in the lane, puts it up off the glass. Nice score there from the sophomore again. There's 2 more for him.
Yep. I like how we're attacking here out of the start of the gate in the second quarter, not settling for threes.
8-point lead now back for the Bruins as Jackson Paris gets a steal. Looking, feeds it to Dean. Dean puts up the layup in the air. 1. There it is. Dean going to the line for a 3-point play.
Yeah, you can see a lot of good stuff happening when we get the ball in the paint here against this zone. So I'm sure Coach talked to him about that at the quarter break, saying, hey, guys, we cannot settle for 3-point shots all night. It's great if we get one after we've moved the ball around, make them play defense, but get the ball into the paint, make them have to defend you.
So some subs coming in for the game for your Bruins. Number 13, Parker Anderson re-enters the game. And I believe Ryan Miller over there is going to come in for Eric Dean. So Eric Dean extends lead to 11 for the Bruins, 24-13 with 5:50 left. Some Bishop Chatard substitutions. You have number 5, Rylan Hester. Number 2, Mikey Lake returns to the floor as well.
Yeah, and this is that point in the game, where you don't want to let them back into this. You want to push this up closer to 20 as opposed to getting it back down to 4 or 5.
Rylan Hester swings to Rashid Faroki. Rashid Faroki trying to dribble baseline, guarded by Ryan Miller. Quick swing to Alex Lake. Wasn't expecting on the elbow, and he gets it a fall, though. So lead will be back down to 9. Quick swing up to Anderson. Anderson, though, puts it right back at him. And there's a layup for the Bruins.
Yeah, just Chatard lazy getting back in defense. Nice job by the Bruins to push it.
Sam tries to swing it to Lake, but he throws it out of bounds, and there's another unforced turnover there for the Bruins.
Yeah, I got to take advantage of those.
Daniel Thomas enters the game for Amari Blakely. And the Bruins still up by 11, 26-15, 5:17 left in the half. So Thomas brings it up for the Bruins now. Looking to his right, has Miller. Miller, quick swing to Gibson. Gibson tried to cut inside, though, and there's an unforced turnover of their own.
Yeah, you just hate to give the ball back over after you created a turnover, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on to the next play and settle in here and play some good defense.
Lake has Hester on the left wing. Hester trying to drive, almost loses the ball there. Swings it back out to Som. Som swing to Rashid Faroki. Rashid Faroki on the right wing. Dribbles to his right, spins back left, working his way inside the lane. Nice little move there. Can't get the layup to fall, though. Anderson up on the rim for the rebound. Kick out to Gibson. Gibson driving one-on-one. Tried to get the layup to go, but no foul is called. Lake, huge swing up to Rashid Faroki. Anderson has it, gives it to Thomas. Thomas slowing up the play here, trying to get a play set up. Thomas slowing it down now, 4:30 left. Bruins still up by 11, 26-15 as he swings to Miller. Thomas up top, gets a screen from Anderson. Quick swing back to Gibson. Gibson back to Thomas. Thomas, triple threat, dribbles to his left now. Driving baseline, puts up the layup. Nice lay there from Daniel Thomas. There's two for him.
Yeah, nice job of breaking a man down off the dribble there.
Mikey Lake brings it up for Chatard, guarded by Thomas. Gets it off to Hester. Hester looking, has Rashid Faroki in the corner. Inside to Lake. Lake tried to put the layup, gets his own rebound, and will get it to fall. Lead is still at 11 for the Bruins, 28-17. Now 3:50 left in the half. Gibson to Miller. Miller setting up the play here. Kick to Thomas. Thomas hands it back off to Gibson. Gibson gets it to Paris. Quick swing to Miller in the corner. Miller a three off the front of the rim. Thomas can't get the rebound, so the Trojans will bring it back up the floor. Lake dribbling back around. Gets it back up top. Swings to Rashid Faroki. Rashid Faroki rips through Thomas, trying to dribble inside. Kick out to Som. Som drive baseline over Paris. Can't get it to go. Anderson fighting for the rebound. He's got it. Stripped out by Som. Som has it. He pulls up from a bit inside the elbow, and he'll get it to go.
Yeah, just unlucky there that the ball got stripped away. It was a good job of going up and getting a solid rebound.
Thomas getting the play from Strine here as he'll set up on this side of the floor. 3 minutes left in the half. Still up by 9. Thomas looking up top. Feeds it inside to Paris. Paris, a turnaround jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebound goes to Rashid Faroki as he hands it to Mikey Lake. Gibson pickpockets him. He's fighting for it. No foul. Foul going to be called on Parker Gibson. So it's going to head back to the Bishop Chatard Trojans.
Yeah, that sure looked like Lake grabbed his arm and pulled him down, and I think that's where the hold came from. So I think they got away with one right there. That's what Coach Strine's probably asking him about. So we just got hit a little bit of a rough patch here. I mean, still up by 9, but we got to just settle down a little bit on offense and make sure that we run and get some good stuff.
2:40 left in the half. Bruins still by 9-2. Mr. Spears 28-19 as Hester has on the left wing. Hester looking, swing to Graves in the corner. Graves dribbling back around up top, finding Mikey Lake on the other wing. Mikey Lake trapped up top, heavy by Blakely, stripped out by Blakely. Blakely, 2-on-1 lay. He gets it to go. Look at the sophomore go to work.
Yeah, that's that hedge trap that we saw against Danville, and it worked to perfection that time.
So now Hester has on the block, kick out to Lake. Lake swing to Graves. Graves holding it now up top. Graves swings back to Hester. Hester, Lake a contested three. It'll go. He gives him a heat check. He gets 3 of his own. Lead back down to 8 here for the Bruins. 30-22, 1:50 left in the half. Miller holding up top. Gets it to Blakely. Blakely feeds it inside to Thomas. Thomas, a pull-up jumper. Looks like it blocked. Anderson goes back down with it. Nice lay off the glass.
DT will say it was a pass.
I think anyone would say that was a pass there as Blakely now guarding Lake. Lake tried to get it to Thomas. Thomas recovers. Thomas up with the layup, and it's good. Give him 2 more. Bruins back up by 12.
Got to get back. No time to flex right now.
1:20 left in the half. Bruins back up by 12, 34-22. Graves spins inside the lane, picks up his dribble, kick out to Hester. Hester feeds inside to number 24. Can't get it, but it's almost stolen. Number 24, that's Abe Borg, picks it back up. Swing out to Mikey Lake. Lake, can he go 2 for 2? He can. He hits his second three.
Can't lose him now.
Just under a minute now. Leads back even at 9. Thomas brings it up the floor for the Bruins. 34-25. Blakely, handoff to Miller. Miller, handoff back to Thomas up top. Thomas dribbling around. Pump fakes inside to Dean. Dean, cross corner to Miller for 3. Just long. Hester with the rebound. Hester back to Som. Som dribbles up the floor. 35 seconds now. Som dribbles around. Kicks to Mikey Lake. Mikey Lake, swing to Graves. Graves up top. Dribbling to his right. Can't get it. Tries to go back left. Lake, 3 for 3. Yes, he can. There's another 3 from number 2.
Can't let that happen. He's hit 2 in a row. You got to know where he's at. You can't lose him.
Thomas slowing up play. 13 seconds left. Thomas dribbling around here. 8 seconds. 34-28. Can they do something? Thomas looking. He's looking for someone. He's got 3 seconds. Dribbling in the lane for the buzzer. Can't get it to go. And that will end the half. Bruins up by 6. 34-28 as we go into halftime. We'll take a quick break and come back with your halftime.